Would anybody like to take notes?
I saw Ashok nodding his head. Yeah.
Ashok, would you like to be voluntold?
I couldn't hear what you said. Notes?
Would you like to take notes? You joined in a little late, so I can send you the agenda.
I won't
So
be able
Miss Fran said they don't have internet, so that's why they're not here. You may have already said that, Vid, or Catherine.
Oh, so I wanted to say that I won't be able to like do the notes because I'm on my phone right now to join.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm
okay.
away from the computer.
Susanna, how about you do it? Is that okay?
What am I doing?
Take notes, please.
Yeah, sure, I got you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, let me share the map of the month. I'm not sure what was chosen this week.
Yeah, I chose this like a couple of minutes ago,
A
Catherine.
couple minutes ago. Okay, would you like to present it or do you want me to just ramble
You
through?
can look at it. You'll understand it as soon as you see it.
Okay. The migrations of the American South, 1790 to 2020. Okay.
You can click on the 1, 2, and 3. And then they link to different story maps from there.
Oh, neat. Okay, so this is like the first time period. I'm not gonna read all that. It's pretty neat. So these would be trade routes and communication routes of Native Americans. So I guess this is when the Spanish conquistadors came to America. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they have like population change and races.
Oh, that's
So they have
pretty
the
neat.
white population, and then if you scroll down, it's a black population, and then
So that is very cool. So in these little blue areas, that's where the population changed the most. And in those little light brown areas, that's where it didn't change very much. Well, this is all very cool.
If you wouldn't mind going back to the previous trails where it showed the indigenous people. These are the indigenous people here were there for 10,000 years before the Europeans arrived. And
Yes, sir.
my mother was 100% Cherokee. This is Tom. And her ancestors, my ancestors actually migrated from the East Coast here where it says Cherokee on this map, all the way out to Indian Territory in a relocation in the 1800s out to what is now Oklahoma, way out in the Midwest, Southwest. And there were like 55,000 people migrated from the area that shows Cherokees there all the way to Oklahoma. Some of them hid and remained in North Carolina in the mountains. You see the shaded mountains there where the red trail is. There's an area in North Carolina today. It's a Cherokee reservation land there. And some hid out in the mountains and refused to be marched to the Indian Territory in Oklahoma. And so they kept a Cherokee territory going in North Carolina. Anyway, that's my little piece of my history that's on this map.
That is very cool. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's really awesome. Well, this is a lot. So I think I'm gonna just move on to the next thing. Oh, Esther wrote something in the chat. I'm starting a book American Nations, A History of the 11 Rival Regional Cultures of North America. Oh, that sounds really cool.
Wow. Esther's writing that book, huh?
I think she's reading that book.
Well, read.
But that sounds like a very interesting thing. All right, so let's move on to state updates. Is anybody from New York on the call right now?
No.
No? Okay. Is anybody from Tennessee on the call right now?
No.
No?
Austin.
Oh, that's right. Austin is. Sorry
Austin.
about that. Sorry, Austin.
Austin, do you have any updates?
Yes. So, well, and normally Ben would provide an update, but I'll go ahead and step in for his. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Come through? Okay,
Yes.
great. So just a couple quick updates. We are working with National 4-H Council to kind of wrap up, I shouldn't say wrap up, but kind of come to a conclusion of our 1-year grant. So it's already been almost a year since we started that grant, but now we are actually in the process of working with them to do a 2-year extension to that. So we're working with Jillian at the 4-H Council to kind of see what that looks like. So we're excited. They've really enjoyed the work that we've done. So thanks to our team. Team Louisiana has really spearheaded that big time. Tennessee and North Carolina spearheaded that big time. Really, the whole team as a whole has really helped tremendously grow that effort. So we're excited to see that continue to grow. So that's a piece of exciting news for us. Other than that, I don't think I have any other pieces to share.
Well, thank you for sharing. That sounds really awesome. Anonymous Duck, if you could go put this by Tennessee state updates, that would be great. Are there any delegates from North Carolina? Dr. Ray? Do you
Yeah,
have
so
any
just
updates?
I'm flying solo tonight, I think. Nikhil, I'm double checking through here in the list of people. Yeah, so Nikhil is unavailable tonight, and haven't heard from Mahan or Morgan. We did meet this past weekend. So Nikhil and I did have a meeting with Sydney Klein, who is our food security manager for Wake County. And we are in the midst of getting the work started on our next iteration of our food security plan. So our current plan is 4 years old. And the new plan the work on it will be getting kicked off this fall. Because of Nikhil's scholarship application and the work that we started doing with them, they now actually want to include the work that our team will be doing as part of our new food security plan. So the upcoming food security plan will include maps and work that'll be done by our team, which is pretty cool. And specifically, what they want us to do is some ground truthing. Does that sound right? Taking a look at some of the decisions that have been made this past year about neighborhoods where we've been doing deliveries for food, and really try to understand, some of the factors that might prioritize a particular community or neighborhood for intervention, looking at things like transportation. So these are so we're going to put together a story map. Variables within it will include transportation in terms of being able to access SNAP retailers. We're going to take that whole SNAP retailer list that's available and filter out get rid of all the convenience stores, pharmacies, and gas stations, and really just focus on the grocery stores and farmers markets, those types of things. And then do do an analysis of access for each of those communities, and then look at some of the other socioeconomic variables. And I've forgotten the other things. It's all jotted down. But then we're really going to try to understand which neighborhoods really don't have access, and then what would be our recommendations for new SNAP locations, and or for continued delivery services. And so we'll probably be doing some interviewing from folks that had selected the communities in the past, which, by the way, maps that our team has done have been a part of that selection process for at least some of the neighborhoods currently. But we're going to see not all the neighborhoods were selected that way. So we're going to do that. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point because it's still a jumble of ideas, but that's kind of where that's going. Yeah, that's going to be pretty exciting. Another upcoming opportunity is this Friday. We're doing Fresh Friday with all of our Wake County 4-H clubs, and our GIS club is going to be providing some activities. So we're thinking of doing a survey 1, 2, 3 type scavenger hunt. We think we have it figured out. And then we're also going to try to do the, what's that tracking app? We're going to try to use the, what's it called?
Tracker?
Collector?
No, with the
Quick capture?
what was it?
Quick
Quick-
capture?
Quick capture. Thank you, Katherine.
Gold.
That
Yeah,
is so cool.
we're going to try to use quick capture, and we think we have it set up right, and we're going to have people draw. We've got a big open field at this park, and we're going to have them draw using quick capture. So we're
That is
going to give them a couple of standard things that they as teams can work on, but then we're going to have a freestyle too, to see who can draw the coolest art by moving around using quick capture. So we'll see how that goes, but those are North Carolina's updates.
Well, that is really neat. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I love that map idea. That cool, your art idea is really cool.
I would really like to see how that turns out. That has the potential to be very cool.
Yeah, I'll like to see how it turns out too.
Thomas, this is Tom. In Wake County, you have a food security plan that's 4 years old. Do you have any sense at all how many other counties in North Carolina might have a food security plan?
I don't.
Do you have an idea of how we might ask that question and who we might ask that question to, or search online, or how we might try and figure that out? Because it seems that counties that have a food security plan, even if it's an old one, are doing a better job than those that don't have one. Okay, at all.
Can you say that last statement again, Tom? I need to hear it again.
Wake County has a food security plan that's 4 years old, and you're all going to be working to update that. So the question is, I wonder if the other counties in North Carolina, how old their food security plans are. Do we have any idea?
Yeah, I have no idea or way to assess that. We've definitely got our work cut out for us with our current plan. I don't know that we could try to take on an inventory for the state. And I don't know that anybody is doing that. So for Wake County, it's the Capital Area Food Network, CAFN for short, that does our Wake County plan. So it's not like it's a state DHHS thing that I know of. I mean, there may be some other connections, and if it's a simple question, I can ask it. But
I think it is a simple question. It is, which counties in North Carolina have food security plans?
well, the question may be simple. Getting the answer to it, I guess, is what I'm saying. May not. I don't know how to get the answer to that question. With that, I mean, I do, but not in a quick and efficient way. It would be a major undertaking with 100 counties.
That's an idea that we've heard from our funders. They ask that question. How many counties are you working with that have food security plans? How many don't? So it's one we probably could get money to address if we have an approach.
Yeah, I mean, we do have, one other team in North Carolina that they're actually, they are the Halifax team, but really, there are 4 or 5 counties, I think, in that little network of counties. So I think getting a statewide inventory, like you said, if there's funding, sure, we can allocate resources to figure that out. But given the resources that we're currently working within, it's just every question that needs an answer definitely takes resources to get those answers.
David put an item in chat. David, what did you say about this question?
I was just seeing if what is it, the food banks or the Feeding America would have some of that data. I don't know if they would, but
We've contacted FNEP directors in Louisiana before. They had a lot of really good information. I don't know if they would have what you were looking for, though.
That's a researchable question that if we can respond to it, we could get support to do it.
Mhm.
For those of you who are on the line that are thinking, please think about that question and how we might approach it. So we could write it up in a way that we could present it as a task that we would be interested in taking on if we are. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have any updates from California?
Yes, please. Okay, sorry about that. I think there was a little bit echo there.
That's all right.
But-
all right.
Yeah, so I actually have a presentation. I think some of you have seen this presentation already. It's actually the same presentation I did in the last meeting, but I did put some updates to it. And some of you, like Mr. Tate and Catherine, did see my updates. So I just
Okay,
wanted to share that presentation with everyone else.
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, thank you. So let me just share my screen here. All right. Okay, so I will just quickly play. Okay. All right, so for August 2nd, so this is the slides here. So I want to first mention some more efforts from July 1st. So let's go to the first point here. So with the youth gardens I mentioned at the previous meeting, they actually they recommend to write to the county, and I actually made my second visit last Monday, and I wrote to many officials and also subscribed to their newsletter, and I did get an email from one of the county staff. So and I did mention in one of our previous meetings that I will create a brochure, and that's actually done right now. I have it right here. I will explain in after a few more slides. And then with the SNAP program, there's a big apartment community for low-income families, and they have an immediate access to a Walgreens store. So I was wondering if that store would be able to open like a food bank in their location. So it's honestly a very small walk for them, roughly 5 minutes. this can actually be very beneficial. So right now I'm just thinking about how I can take this further to organs to propose, and how to approach this. That's what it's in progress right now. And then I'm identifying more hunger relief food partners. So obtained in some information to some extent, and I've saved the links to put in a map, which I will be creating, and that's in progress. And then also talking to local restaurants for support. So I did reach out to a few, but they're actually recovering from their loss due to COVID. But they are willing to help sometime later in the near future. So we're still yet to get a response from them in terms of that. And then also reaching out to Uber officials for transportation help. And I did email the HR for Uber, but I didn't get any response. So as per Mr. Tate, he told me to create the brochure and share with them, with Uber. And I managed to actually get in communication with one of their employees. So again, a lot of this is still in progress. So really my long-term goal, which is really in progress here, is my youth garden. So these are some of the links I'm going to be, I actually have 2 slides here. So these are some of the links I'm going to be putting in the map, which I'll be creating. And these are actually August efforts here. So the first one is affordable housing in San Ramon, which is my city. So there's some links over there. And then also I want to put links to some food banks, and that's my county, Contra Costa. Oh, sharing is paused. Why did I? Oh, okay. And then the food distribution center, East Bay Fellowship. So that's all the address and all that. And then the nutrition program, senior nutrition program, and Canyon Creek Pantry and senior meals program. So these are just some of the programs whose links I'm going to be posting, putting in my map.
Great.
So here comes the more important things, the August 2021 efforts. So as I said, I did finish the brochure as per Mr. Tate's advice, which was actually due August 1st. So here's the brochure right here. I actually posted a few slides, which will actually show both the pages of the trifold brochure that I have right here. But before I get into that, so August 4th. So by then I'm going to input all the gathered data into a web page, and then also see if I can make a visit to the Contra Costa County official. Her name is Tavy Wilson in Concord. And I did send out an email because I want to get more data points from this officer. And then of course I will follow up with Uber, with the employee I was talking about through the brochures. I will go ahead and share the brochure with the employee. And also I want to conduct a healthy living workshop by teaming up with local 4-Hers and community members about healthy food choices. Also start drafting all of this into the map. So this is pretty much the month where I'm going to be doing mainly working with the map. And also I want to have a Zoom interview with someone named Miss Palmer. I think so. Miss Kelly actually recommended her to me to interview just to gather some information. And I was also approached by Miss Bethany Hecht. She's part of the 4-H National Council, and I'm still, and this is kind of still in progress. So I'm still yet to follow up with her. And also I want to have like a Zoom interview with some Contra Costa food bank officers, food bank officers. And after I do all of this, I want to jot all of these efforts into my social media page, like like Facebook or whatever. I think that would be very useful. And additionally, I'm going to be doing like a YouTube outreach talk every Saturday starting this week. So this coming Saturday, I will be starting an outreach.
Great.
And Mr. Tate and Katherine, so you've seen these questions already in our previous meeting this past Friday, but I just want to ask these questions to everyone else in this GIS GPS team. So these are any tips. I just want to know if there's any, like I just want any tips to, open the conversation to, be able to communicate with any senior officials, and also, like what things to write in an introductory email while asking for help to, from any, like officials in general. But other than that, thank you so much for listening to my presentation. So I was just, these are just the questions I wanted to ask.
Great job, Sudhi.
Yeah, but this is actually my brochure. That's what I wanted to show you. I actually, there's a video here, or like a mini clip, which I want to play for you, which will actually show both the pages of the brochure. So like using data to improve community health. So that's the first page. And then, the goal or purpose and all that in the second page. And then, one second. Okay. Yeah, so that's the first page without the video, of course. So yeah, this is the first page, title page. And then here is the more important stuff, the goals. And then it says how to increase access to healthy food, contact emails there, and also purpose. And now, yes, and this is I'm fully showing this to you right now. So this is the trifold brochure that I made. So this is the first page.
You take out the
And-
virtual backgrounds.
Oh, actually, are you able to see my?
You're gonna have to turn off your green screen. We can't see it.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me quickly do that. All right, 1 second.
You need to take your virtual background out.
Yeah, okay. Virtual background. Okay. Are you able to see it now?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, now let me put a little bit backwards. Yeah, so this is the first page, as I mentioned in the slides, and this is the second page right here. Well, second set of pages, I should say.
So you'll use that when you go out to visit and talk with anyone you talk to and interview, and be able to pass this to them as a leave behind, so that, yeah, I see you've got your email and phone number on there, so that they can, if they pass this around and get other people interested, they can follow up with you. That's great. That's great. Now, North Carolina, Louisiana, others on the call, you have something like that, or feedback for Sudhi on suggestions on any revisions or ideas on this brochure?
I think that is really awesome. Which page would it would be the front?
This page right here. It's actually sort of 3 pages, but I like to include, these links.
Show how it folds up and
okay.
unfolds. Fold it up.
Yeah, it's a trifold.
So which page would be on front? I mean,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I had to make a suggestion, I would say that maybe, like the stuff on the inside, you could maybe put on the front. Maybe that would be like your more attention grabbing stuff that you would want to put on the front. But other than that, I think this is really good work. You did a really good job on this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and the other edit that I would say would be the logo. It doesn't have to be, the square is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I would get the white part out, but somehow still make it, I don't know, glow from the back.
Okay.
You got this. I think PowerPoint has one of those options.
Yeah, definitely. I'll try and make it like maybe like a circle or something, or cut off that white portion. That should not be a problem.
Would you be willing to share that with us if we could put our own?
Oh yeah,
emails and
sure,
phone
definitely.
numbers?
I'll be sharing this presentation soon, as well as the brochure. The brochure pages, as seen before, are actually in the presentation itself. So I'll be sending all of this.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Vidya, oh, you'd like me to share the presentation? Okay, absolutely. I think you guys mentioned that on Friday, but I kind of forgot. So yes, I will definitely do that after this meeting. Thank you for reminding me.
Thank you so much. Because we are going to use that for our presentation to introduce the 4-H families and our communities.
Oh, Awesome.
sorts,
Well, I'm glad you're gonna get some use out of it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wonderful
it's a
recruiting.
wonderful one, actually. Honestly, we really liked it. That's what Sudi said. I'm yet to see that.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're wonderful for recruiting other people to quickly understand and be able to get back to you with questions for more details. That's terrific.
Thank you. Okay. All right. And Louisiana. Oh wait, no, Ohio. Do we have anybody from Ohio on here right now? I do not think so. Okay, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. And Louisiana. Vib, did you want to give those updates, or I mean, I can.
I can give the update for Team Louisiana. So I think this is the week right after the conference. We had a summer camp, and this is through Miss Fran's educational organization. So it was not necessarily the tech club thing, but almost all the instructors there were tech club instructors. And so it was still cool. And what we were doing is we were virtually teaching the students, middle schoolers and elementary. I think the grades are 3rd through 8th. And we were teaching them how to do story maps. And so that was, we were teaching them how to map farms and grocery stores and kind of get the connection of, you know, local produce and, you know, how to get them to grocery stores and all of that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun week.
What's the next follow-up phase on that, Vib?
So it was through STEM NOLA, which is a, it started off in-person summer camps. So it was like a community thing. And now that they moved online, they just have to call us back if they want to do it again. But we did let the students know that they could, you know, sign up for assistance, and we could help them do story maps for the story map competition coming up in the spring. So that's our next step for them.
Didn't STEM NOLA start in New Orleans?
It did. NOLA stands for New Orleans.
That was, yeah, that was a pretty fun week. We had a good time with that. Okay. Any takeaways from the conference? I can get the conversation started by saying I watched a session about hub sites, and I thought that was very interesting. That really helped me kickstart my scholarship plan. I also really liked the science symposium. I thought that was, everything about it was super neat. Does anybody else have any sessions they thought were good? I'd really like to find out what everybody else thought was cool so that I can go and watch it.
I liked the workforce presentation. I didn't watch anything about it except from the plenary, but I think it's a cool thing and it's gonna go somewhere.
I don't remember that one. Which one was that?
It was the one like where they had that dude and he had the stick and he was I forgot, he was like,
you mean the
you
best
know,
one
you know what
there
I'm talking
was?
about, Vim? Yeah, walking around, please help me out.
He wowed the whole, you know, the conference. It was great.
Wait,
Yeah,
is that the guy walking around the world from Africa to?
yeah, him. I think so. Was it him?
Yeah, he's got like the 3D, well, not 3D, but the green screen or something behind
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. I
And
think
he
it's cool.
ruled the world.
That was pretty cool.
That is my favorite too.
Anybody else view some pretty cool sessions? Learn some new things?
Any sessions that you'd recommend that are still online out there that we should look at?
Yes,
someone-
absolutely. I would love some recommendations.
I don't know. I think one of the things that Jeff and I were into as soon as it came out were the voxels. I, I don't know. They did it last year. I don't know if they did continue it this year, but it was like cubes instead of just lines or something like that. It's not just polygons anymore. It's like a cube mesh idea. I don't necessarily know what exactly it is, but
Three-dimensional stuff, right?
those are pretty cool. Yeah, three-dimensional stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fully understand voxels either, but they are very cool.
And of course, Esri made a big deal about Kubernetes.
Oh my gosh, Kubernetes.
Please don't make me spell that one.
You can just skip that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one.
I like just the regular session on ArcGIS Online and some of the new features in the newer version, including the one where you can, in the past, to be able to see two layers kind of at the same time, you either had to use, different symbology to represent them, or you had to use some kind of transparency to see through, which would make the colors not pop exactly the same. But now there's like this blend feature, the new blend feature, which was pretty amazing. So I would say that going to check out the ArcGIS Online sessions would be worth your time.
What about those maps with the little slide where you could go from the old to the new? You just wipe across. That I thought those were pretty cool.
Say that again.
They had some like it was like a little bar in the middle, and you could just wipe across, and like on one side it would be new, and on the other side it would be old, and you could see like data from back then, and then you can see it now. I'm making a lot of gestures with my hands, and you can't see it.
Yeah, the swipe feature.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think they're making more advanced into the new ArcGIS Online, the new map viewer, and they're just forgetting the old map viewer. It's kind of sad because the new one does not let us add map notes.
Well, and it doesn't let you do analysis yet either. I did speak with someone earlier. Was it this week? No, maybe it was this past Friday, from Esri, following up on, in particular, some of the features that aren't in the new one yet. And at least analysis should be in the new one early next year, is kind of the target. So I think they're trying to bring some of those features into the new viewer.
I wonder if they're starting out slow so they don't scare people, like new users. They don't make them overwhelmed by all the stuff they can do.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
that's big facts, Catherine.
Okay. Well, if nobody has any other things to mention here, we can move on to service project ideas. Anybody? Anything? I feel like we've mentioned this before.
I don't know, Catherine, do you have any for Team Louisiana or Susanna? Service project ideas?
No, I'm kind of drawing a blank here.
I mean, I don't know. We could teach more kids. I liked doing that. That was fun.
We taught a lot of kids this year.
They're the future, you know?
That was pain.
It was pain, but it was gain. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Does Louisiana have an idea on how many of your other parishes would have a food security plan? Is that an idea that you all might think more about?
I think we were planning to talk to the mayor about that. Catherine can probably answer that question more, right?
Yeah, we were going to have a meeting, another follow-up meeting with the mayor. I don't know if Miss Friend's gotten in contact with her yet. I know on Friday, she hadn't gotten the call back and she was expecting it. But that's definitely going to happen sometime soon. And we're gonna talk to her about maybe kickstarting that. And that would be pretty cool.
Good, good. Maybe that could be in the list then as a potential idea.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Service.
Um,
Idea.
Do any other states have ideas that they're tossing around? No? Okay, that's okay.
And I put the question right after that because we talk about the takeaways from the conference and then you get ideas from there, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, we can move on from that. Where's the food scholarship group update? I know I have some updates I could give. Are there any, Sudarsan, I don't know if you have any other things you want to add. Are there any other Where's the Food scholars on this call?
I don't really. Oh, I think there's an sorry, the echo. Yeah, no, I don't have anything to add actually.
Okay. I think I'm the only other scholar. So I'm going to share the hub site that I started last week. Okay, this is the homepage. This is where I was going to embed my video. When I get around to making that, I was going to embed it on the homepage so that people can, immediately look at it and see and get a feel for what our project is all about. I wrote a little bit of stuff right here. And then I added these little logos to show like all the different GIS products and technologies that we're using to work on this project. And then over here in the news tab, I found this like little accordion feature that allows you to like expand and contract things. And I haven't gone back in time and gotten links to all of our different presentations this year. But I added one just to see what it would look like. And like once you have 10 down here, you could just expand them and then contract them when you don't need them anymore. I thought that was pretty cool. And then over here on the resources tab, I put links to all of our different projects, all the different things that we made. Here, the dashboard and the survey are embedded next to each other. This is taking a long time to load. Under here, there's a link to several different resources, including our website, so we can recruit some people. I have both of our web apps here. And then above each one, I'm going to put like some instructions for how to use them. And then over here, I have our email address. And then this is something I kind of wanted to maybe talk to you guys about, how you would feel about having little team profiles here on the contact page. It's kind of a thought. You could have like a little profile picture and talk a little bit about your hobbies or your story, how you got into GIS, that sort of thing. So this is
So Catherine,
yes.
that's a cool website, but my question for this page is, are you talking about the team members as in the scholarship?
That is kind of what I wanted to talk about. Like, that's kind of what I wanted to go over. Like, would all of you want to be on here? Do some of you not want to be on here? I mean, for the entire team to be on here, that kind of seems like a thing for the national team website, but it doesn't have to be. Like, we could all be on here because we're all working on the Where's the Food project. But yeah, I think the entire team should be here too, but it's up to you if you want to be on here.
Me gusta entire team update idea.
Yes, both mentors and students. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As I work on it more, I might reach out to you guys to get pictures and profile descriptions. Obviously, I don't want anyone to feel like they need to be in it, but you absolutely can. You can put your social media accounts in there, whatever you want. Okay. I think the next item on the agenda, new business. Does anybody have any new stuff? Oh wait, is Nikhil here? Wait, no, that's might be somebody else adding that.
He's not.
Okay. I don't want to leave anybody out. Anything else that we need to discuss?
Next month.
Next month. Oh, we don't have a facilitator for next month. Any volunteers? Susanna just
California
turned off her mic,
volunteered.
very suspicious.
California volunteered.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, California. By all means.
Note taker.
September 6th is Labor Day. Do you still want to meet that evening?
That is yeah, that might not be. Some people are probably going to be on vacation that day. So would we like to move it to the next Monday? When is the next one? The 13th?
The 13th.
Yes. I'm getting a yes from Vidhya.
That works for me.
Yes, Catherine. So we'll be the note taker and we'll present the agenda as well. September 13th would be good. We are out of station actually on September 6th.
Oh, okay. All right, so it sounds like the 13th is good for everybody. If nobody else has anything to add.
So just make sure to send everyone an email saying that we're meeting on the 13th and not the 6th.
Okay.
Because they'll all assume that.
The calendar invite should have just gone out as an updated email.
Ooh, cool.
Okay. All right, so just making sure everybody knows it's on the 13th, or do I need to send that email?
So Thomas, you're reissuing a new invite then? Or?
So I just moved that single date and it should have generated
A new email?
an email.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the email that has the updated date.
All right, well, when we get off tonight, I'm going to make sure to send you all my poster from Friday. And then if there are no objections, I think we can end today. What is this?
And Sudi's going to send us the brochures.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, Doug Carlos is on the call. Do we know, does everyone know Doug Carlos?
I do not know Doug Carlos.
Doug, want to introduce yourself?
Wagwan, my name's Doug. Austin sent me here.
So you're from
Yeah.
Tennessee?
Near enough, yeah. Stays across the pond, ain't it?
Pardon me?
Near enough, yeah.
You want to care to introduce yourself?
I said, all right, I'm Doug. Wagwan. Ah. See what I can do.
Maybe in the chat, say where you're from and your interest in this group, please. And what would you like to learn from us?
Cool. Well, how'd you like it, Doug? You found things interesting today? Oh, I'm glad, Doug.
It's nice to have you on the team, Doug.
Cool. If that's it, then I will peace out. Is there anything
Esther.
else, Catherine?
Esther, good to see your face on the screen.
Oh,
Esther,
thank you.